I had another minor casualty with a piece of art coming out of storage. So this poor girl has just a little dent right here on her face. But this one actually doesn't bother me that much, and I'm just going to leave it as it is because I think it actually adds more because this is a piece I made. It's called Repeat After Me, You Can't Save Them All. And this is about my time working with at risk youth and their families. And just watching the struggle over and over and over with these different families. And there's so many reasons why they weren't able to change their situation: poverty, mental illness, drug abuse, all of it. And I'm not blaming anybody, but I'm just looking for this is from my perspective. So, like, working with those families and trying so hard to get them resources, and sometimes the system just failed them completely. And they would be crying for help, and my position had basically no power. I was a reporting person, so I would report to other agencies, and they just either didn't have the money or the resources or whatever. And so there was a variety of reasons why sometimes no matter what I did, it wasn't enough, and they just weren't able to pull themselves out of that situation. So it kind of I found myself kind of burnt out by the time I was done. And I'm happy that I'm taking a break from that kind of work because it definitely took a toll on me. Just trying so hard to help and not always being able to help. And so the dented face made her a little sadder, and I'm like, yep, that fits. That's kind of how it felt sometimes. And sometimes it was great, and sometimes people would take the help and pull themselves out of a mess and have fantastic futures. That did happen. And sometimes I would see families that generations had passed, and sometimes people just can't pull themselves out. And I get it. And for all those people who are still working with those families, I have a lot of respect for you too, because that is not an easy job. And it's so hard not to get personally involved because they're people, and you get into a job like that because you want to help other people, and sometimes you just can't. And sometimes there's just no answer. And it's sad and unfortunate, but it's kind of reality.